Welcome everyone to Digital Learning by the Department of Collegiate Education. I'm Manjunath CV, working as Assistant Professor at Government First Grade College, CS Pura. So today I'm here to help you solve problems on simple aggregative method. So let us first understand what is this method and then try to solve a few problems. This is session 21 of the chapter Index Numbers. Chapter number 3 in the subject Quantitative Analysis 2. Simple aggregate method. This method is based on the assumption, most important, that various items and their prices are quoted in the same units. Therefore, equal importance is given to all the items. So when I state equal importance is given to all the items, it means this comes under the unweighted method of calculating index numbers. We have two main broad methods. One is the unweighted method of calculating the index numbers, and second one is weighted method of calculating index numbers. So this is under the first part, that is unweighted method. The assumption in this method is that equal importance is given to all the items, and further that all the items and their prices are quoted in the same units. So in this method, the index number is given by dividing the sum of the current year prices, that is sigma P1, by the sum of the base year prices, which is sigma P0. It is calculated as P01, that is the price index of the current year based on the base year. P indicates for price, 1 indicates the current year, and 0 indicates the base year. So P01 should be read as prices of the current year based on the base year. So price index of the current year based on the base year is equal to sigma P1. P indicates the prices, 1 indicates current year. So this is the prices of the current year, and sigma P1 denotes the total sum of all the current year prices divided by sigma P0. Similarly, a summation of all the prices of the base year multiplied by 100. So wherein P01 is price index number for the current year based on the base year, sigma P1 is equal to sum of prices of the current year, and sigma P0 or P0 is equal to sum of the prices of the base year. Based on this method, we can also find out the quantity index, which is given by Q01. In the previous slide, it was P01, price of the current year based on base year. Here, it is Q01, quantity index of the current year based on the base year. That is equal to sigma Q1 divided by sigma Q0 into 100. So sigma Q1 is the summation of the quantities of the current year divided by sigma Q0, that is the total sum of quantities of the base year multiplied by 100. So Q01 is equal to sigma Q1 divided by sigma Q0 into 100, where Q01 is equal to quantity index number for current year based on the base year, and sigma Q1 is sum of the quantities of the current year, and sigma Q0 is equal to sum of the quantities of the base year. If you observe the formula, in the previous formula as well as here, the formula is multiplied by 100. The reason being, index number is represented as a percentage, and hence the formula is multiplied by 100. Now, what are the merits and demerits in this method? The merits of this method is that this method is the simplest method. It is the most easiest method for constructing the index numbers. Further, it is easy to understand and quick to calculate or compute. So two merits: one, it is the simplest method; second, it is easy to understand and also easy to calculate. Demerits: this method is not exact, since only one aspect is considered at a time. Either we will consider price or we will consider quantity. If we consider price, it will be P01. If we consider quantity, the formula will be Q01. Both cannot be considered. That is why this method studies only a single variable at a time. Second, the relative importance of various items is also not considered. As I have told you in the previous sessions that unweighted methods do not give weights, or they do not consider all items to be of different weights. According to this method, all items are given equal weights. So now let us look into one question here. The problem says, from the following data, compute price index number, which means P01, for the year 2014, taking 2013 as the base year using simple aggregative method. So in simple words, they're asking you to calculate the simple aggregative method price index number. The current year is 2014 and the base year is 2013. So we have been given 5 different commodities, A, B, C and D, 4 different commodities. Prices in the year 2013, prices in the year 2014. Now, prices in the year 2013, since 2013 is the base year, this will be considered as P0, prices of the base year. And it is compared for the year 2014, hence 2014 will be considered as the current year and the prices will be equal to P1. Now, commodity A, B, C, D. Prices in the year 2013 is represented by P0 or P0, and prices in the year 2014 will be considered as P1. Now our formula for P01 is equal to prices in the current year divided by prices in the base year multiplied by 100. That is P01 is equal to sigma P1 divided by sigma P0 into 100. So P01, that is price index number of the current year based on the previous year, is equal to 14. Now how is it 14? We are going to add all the prices of the current year. For example, for A, the price is 5 rupees. For B, it is 4 rupees. For C, it is 3 rupees. And for D, it is 2 rupees. So 5 plus 4, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 2, 14. So this is called as sigma P1, the sum of all the prices of the current year. I'm sorry. Sigma P1 is 14 divided by sigma P0. Similarly, when you add all the values of P0, 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 4, 10. 14 divided by 10. So sigma P1 is 14 divided by sigma P0 is 10 into 10. And when you simplify it, P01 is equal to 140. Now, how do we infer this? See, when we consider the base year, that is 2013, we said the base year is always 100, and we are going to compare 2014 with 2013, that is the current year with the base year. So current year price index is 140, while the base year price index is always 100, which means 140 minus 100, it is equal to 40. Therefore, from this price index of 140, we can state that the price index for the year 2014 has increased by 40%. 140 minus 100, which is 40%. So this is how we calculate simple aggregate price index. These types of questions can either be asked for 2 marks or 5 marks. So I hope you have understood the solution. Let's look at one more question. Construct the price index number for 2014 on the basis of prices of 2013 using simple aggregate method. Now we have been given 6 different commodities, prices in the year 2013, prices in the year 2014. So 2013 will be considered as the base year and 2014 will be considered as the current year. I have taken down the solution, the same table, prices in the year 2013, prices in the year 2014. Now let us add up all the prices in the year 2014. 3000 plus 99 plus 34 plus 25 plus 37. The total would be 3195. Therefore, sigma P1, that is prices of the current year, the summation of all the prices of current year is 3195. And similarly, the total of all the prices of the base year would be 2666. Next we apply our formula. P01 is equal to sigma P1 divided by sigma P0 into 100. So P01 is equal to sigma P1, that is sigma P1 is 3195 divided by sigma P0, and sigma P0 or sigma P0 is 2666. So 3195 sigma P1 divided by sigma P0, which is 2666, into 100. Our new price index for the year 2014 is 119.842. So what is the inference from this? The current year's price index is 119, while the base year's price index is always 100. Therefore, there is a difference of 19.842%, which means the current year prices have increased by 19.842% when compared to 2013. So this is one of the simplest methods of calculating index numbers. There is no confusion, there is no difficulty in calculations. That is why in the merits it is mentioned. It is the easiest method to understand as well as to calculate. So that's all for this particular session. In this session we have tried to understand the simple aggregative method. What is the meaning? How do we compute? What is the formula? And what are the merits and what are the limitations? To recap once again, the merits are that it is easy to understand and easy to calculate. The demerits are that it does not consider the relative importance, and further only one variable can be studied at a time, either price or quantity. Any one can be studied at a time. So that's all for this video. Thank you, students.